Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, lovely to see you again. It's a weekday afternoon and you know what that means. It's your friendly neighbourhood nutritionist, Connor Rhodes from Slum Society, back once again. And today I'm teaching you about toning up, specifically toning up for ladies, There's two parts to this theoretically, and there's three parts to this practically, if you're looking to tone up. So maybe take a note or two, my dear. I used to be a personal trainer for 10 years, full-time literally, before I transitioned more over to the nutrition side. So this used to be my professional thing, toning ladies up, slimming them down a bit, getting the muscles to show through, posture, that kind of business. Love it. So what can we do? The two parts theoretically to toning up are, firstly, you need to be quite slim so that the muscles actually show through. So fat loss is part of it, slimming down a little bit, having less body fat so that the muscles show through. That's half of the equation. The other half of the equation is having the muscles, having the muscle mass, having enough muscle tone, enough muscle strength, whatever you want to call it. These are all basically synonyms. They're all basically the same thing. Having enough of this muscle tone to show through. So you need to get some actual muscles, don't we? Of course you've got muscles, everybody's got muscles. But you know what I mean, don't you? Build them up, tone them up a little bit, strengthen them up so that they actually show through. So what can we actually do about this practically? There's three variables to work with, so you've got three tools of effectiveness. One of them is for the fat loss. Two of them, there we go, two of them, awkward set of fingers to choose there, wasn't it? Two of them are for the actual muscle strengthening and toning up and building, if you want to call it that, actual part of it. So the first one for fat loss, how do we lose body fat from the body in general? If you were thinking calorie deficit, you'd be correct. If you were thinking calorie intake reduction, you'd be correct. If you were thinking dieting, you'd be correct. If you were thinking healthy eating, correct. If you were thinking anything along these lines, correct. If you were thinking burn more calories, all right, you can have half a point. That also works as well, even though it's not as effective. Calorie intake reduction, focusing on the food. For fat loss, food is first. It's all the F's. People, isn't it? So reduce your calorie intake, eat healthier, slim down a little bit. That is variable number one for your toning up. That's the first note I would make. Number one, slim down, calorie deficit, eat less calories, that kind of business, healthy eating. Let's get on it. Let's get after it. Tool number two, these next two tools, so tool number two and number three, these are for your muscle building, for your muscle toning, muscle strengthening. This is to actually get the muscles to show through, which a lot of ladies like this, you know. There's a trend going around at the minute, strong is the new skinny. I don't know if that's true, but it's just my job to help people be happy and achieve their goals. So if people want this, then good, okay. If people want this, then good. And a lot of ladies used to come to me because they want to be slim, but they don't want to look too skinny. Let's say, maybe you understand what I mean. Some ladies would say, I don't want to look gaunt. That's their words, not mine. And I understand, because if you've got no fat and you've got no muscle, you've got no nothing. Now you're just bones, aren't you? And people don't want this. So a lot of ladies used to come to me to maybe build up the backs of the arms, build up the shoulders a little bit so that your straps sit nicer in a dress. Some ladies like to build up the upper chest up here because they've slimmed down and now their collarbone shows through a little bit, so they want to literally build the upper chest up a little bit. Okay, yeah, good. Some ladies like to tone up the legs, bum muscles. If you slim down a lot, some ladies think, you know, I could want a bit more buttocks on the go. All right then. Let's turn it up. What can we do about it? The second variable that you've got to work with, your second tool, which is your first tool for muscle building, is strengthen the muscles you want to tone. So what do you need to do to tone the backs of your arms? Make them stronger. Make your triceps, the backs of the arms, stronger. What about if you want to do your shoulders? Make your shoulders stronger. What about the bum? Make your glutes, the buttock muscles, make them stronger. What about your abs? You're right, make them stronger. You need to make the muscles that you want to tone stronger. You need to challenge the muscles in the gym with resistance training. Doesn't matter what reps you do, doesn't matter how many sets you do, doesn't matter what exercises you do. This is all can just be your preference. Just train those muscles, make them stronger, get better at exercises that work those muscles, and then the muscle will build, as long as, that's part one of it. Part two, so your tool number three, part two of the muscle building though, is as long as you get enough protein intake. Protein intake is the actual building blocks that builds inside the muscle and actually gives you the building blocks to rebuild it back after you've broken it down through the training. Broken it down in a good way, not a bad way, in a way that stimulates muscle toning. That's how exercise works. It minorly damages your muscles very slightly, microscopically on the inside, and then the protein goes in and builds it back in, and now it's slightly more toned and stronger and prepared for that exercise next time. So variable number one, calorie deficit, slim yourself down. let's scratch that, reverse it. Variable, I shall pronunciate correctly, shall I? Variable number 2 is make the muscles that you want to tone stronger. If you want to tone your entire body, then make your entire body stronger. Let's get on it, let's get after it, and then consume enough protein, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, anything eater, upside down eater, fussy eater, it doesn't matter what eater, and eat anything eater. Get your protein intake up there. It boosts your metabolism, so it helps you fat loss. It keeps you fuller for longer, so it helps you fat loss as well. It helps you keep the calorie deficit. It gives you the building blocks to actually build the muscle. It also gives you the building blocks for your hormones and immune system. So it'll make your hormonal system more appropriate. It'll make your immune system stronger. It'll be good for you. You'll feel good. You'll have great energy levels. You'll slim down easier, and you'll be more toned. So there's your 3 variables to work with. Number 1, watch your calorie intake. Number 2, get stronger. Number 3, pow, 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 consume enough protein intake. Thank you so much. I have been Connor Rhodes from Slum Society. It's been lovely to speak to you again. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Get out there. See your people if you feel safe to do so and you can so. Eat, drink, and be merry. All that good business. Message me if you need help. You can message me through this page or channel here, literally, or you can go to slumsociety.co.uk to see who we are, how we can help you, or you can find many contact boxes on that website where you can drop in a little message and it comes straight through to me, and then I'll get back to you. Thank you so much. Like the video, give it a thumbs up if you got anything out of it. Leave comments if you've got questions. I'll get back to you. I'll speak to you and see you again soon. I'll see you on Monday in the afternoon. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.